Yeah, give it to me.
You weren't there.
Sing out here. Hit my hand with your voice.
You weren't there.
That's where I want you to be. Come on, more.
You weren't there.
Yeah, sing. Here we go.
You weren't there.
Yeah, but now do it all the way through and keep going with the there. Sing past my hand. Knock my hand over.
You weren't there.
Yes. Now, record that.
But it's only one when it feels like all is falling. How do I reach out when I feel I'm all alone? When I feel all alone. How do I move on when you're the one I put my trust in? All you require me is only just believe, just believe, just believe. I'm covered by your grace again. All washed up and cleansed from sin. No longer will the devil win. You've gave me victory.
Welcome to the Art of Rebounding, where setbacks become setups and your bounce back is your breakthrough. I'm your host, Lefty Williams, former pro athlete, motivator, and believer in second chances. Each week, we'll dive deep into stories and strategies built on positioning, persistence, and purpose to help you rise, rebuild, and reclaim your next chapter. This isn't just a podcast. This is your permission to rise again, and this time with purpose. I'm excited. I say it a lot, but I'm super duper excited. You know, my brother from another mother is here, and I'm excited. And, you know, let me say this, and he's probably going to laugh at me anyway, but I don't care. You know, you got to have some success before you bring him, before he pull
Well,
up.
I'm just impressed with that opening, man. I'm
right.
like, man, come on, man.
Did I do that?
That was pretty strong. But persist with the, for the rebound and for the setback, because, you know, this is the things when we do, we go back to go forward.
You know, hey, listen, you know, I
Well,
mean.
you doing it, man. What is all of this, man? You got the art of rebounding. We big.
Let me, man, look,
We in the
you're
studio.
interrupting my opening, man.
What's going on in here?
I can't bring
Oh,
you
my
a
bad, my
rock
bad.
star
You
nowhere.
still
Y'all-
opening? I thought we had
Let me
already got
finish
past.
Come
Okay,
on.
do your thing.
Okay, here we go. Grammy nominated,
Okay.
Stella Award. The list is too long. Writer, producer, father of the year. Well, I guess we'd be co-father of the year.
That's what I'm saying. I might have lost a couple years to you. I
Okay,
might have lost
father
a
of the
couple
year.
years.
Anyway, this is my brother. I value this guy. Welcome to, and I got to put another name on it. Pastor.
I'm a pastor.
Yeah, pastor.
I'm an author. I got a book
author.
came out. Yeah.
Well, you can do all
is
of that.
crazy.
You can do. Man, you interrupted my opening.
Hey, man.
My
Go
bro,
ahead.
Marvin Winans Jr. Welcome to the show.
What's
What up,
going
bro?
on, Lef?
I'm excited, man.
Harold Lefty Williams.
That part, brother. Lefty. I feel like I want to say Randy Watson.
Donations.
Yeah. So, man, I'm excited because when I think about positioning, I think about rebound, I think about purpose, it ties it to our relationship.
Okay.
Because we met almost 20 years ago. One
Yeah, that
mutual-
is almost 20
Almost
years.
20 years, yeah. EJ was probably, EJ was probably 3 months old.
That's 3 months.
3 months old.
Oh, yeah,
he was
because
born in March. We
Kiara
met in
was,
June.
yeah, she was the older.
Yeah.
She was the
You and
older. She was
Kiara
the-
bonded over ranch and fries.
at the yeah, dude. EJ was 3 months.
yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, I think about those days and I watch growth. And I want to publicly say this. I said this to you personally, but I want to say this publicly. You did me such a solid. I was in Canada. I was doing a celebrity basketball game for the community, raising funds for the people in Port Alberni. I was on Vancouver Island. And I said, bro, I need you to come, man. He was like, I'll come, but I got to get right back home.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Monique,
I remember.
Yeah, Monique was expecting.
Right.
He was like, nah, bro, I got to get right back. I said, bro,
You
I just
right.
need you
I
to
think
come.
with Miranda.
Yeah. I said, bro, I promise you I'm going to get you on the next flight.
Yeah.
It's like he came.
Oh, right, because then I couldn't stay for after the
Yeah,
thing.
you couldn't
I had
stay
to leave
for the festivities.
Right,
I had to get you back to the
right,
airport.
Right.
I was like, he came, he saw, he went.
We did it though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got out there, showed. I think I might have made it. I may have made a couple buckets. He asked me to be a part of the basketball festivities. I guess as a celebrity. So I mean, I appreciated that.
Mike from Day 26, a few people.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just want to thank you, man, because in your most precious moment, you were able. I guess you were always shepherding and always servicing and serving other people.
Well, dude, I appreciate you for inviting me to that. I love basketball. I've always loved basketball. That was my dream.
That was your NBA?
Yeah. Well,
we're not about to sit here and talk about your favorite player. Well,
Isaiah, let me just say this.
We ain't doing that.
So this is the thing. My first dream was to be an NBA. Like, that's what I wanted to do. Before I wanted to sing or, my first hero before my dad was Isaiah Thomas.
No, not
coming up in Detroit.
You ain't talking about my hero. But that's a whole nother conversation.
You talking about my dad?
The greatest singer ever of all time. All time, dead or alive. It's Marvin Winans.
I definitely not gonna argue against
Believe that.
My dad is an incredible singer, and being able to see him up close, a lot of people didn't get to see that. I learned a lot of intangibles as far as like singing and honestly perseverance, because one of the best things I learned from my dad as far as vocally was the times when he was able to sing even when he was hoarse. And people may not realize singing in those types of predicaments when you don't have your voice. So you're used to doing it a certain way. You'll say, I'll go, a song could be da 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 da, but if you don't have that voice, he can figure out a way to da 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 da. He can do it a different way and maneuver around his, I guess, at the time, vocal inadequacies or whatever you want to call it, and that impressed me. His ability to.
He's a showman, and I don't even think he means to be a showman. And what I mean by that is, there was one clip, one of my favorite clips. Joyful, joyful. Turn your Bibles to.
Yeah.
And then he just.
Well, the thing is, he understands people, and he understands, and that's what showman is. I mean, when I got to see you, man, I was so at that. That was the first time I ever saw you do what you.
Oh, as a showman.
As a showman with
the Celebrity Game?
Harlem Dreams, yeah.
Harlem Dreams, yeah.
With the Harlem Dreams. Hold on, but wait. The Celebrity Game was a Harlem Dreams thing,
It was kind of like it. I had some of the players.
But you
there.
did,
we
did some of that stuff. However, you understood the people in the audience. You knew the moment. You knew what to do, and when you kind of, sometimes you probably feel like you got the crowd in your hand, and you can. He's in that same way, so that's why it could come off like a little bit, because obviously he's ministry. He's about the gospel, and so calling him a showman, it might come off a little bit like. You shouldn't do that.
Nah, I don't mean it in that way.
And that's when
don't take it that way. He's just anointed. He's
what
I'm
about to say is it's because when you understand people, one of the things that he always says, and I have taken to this, is that ministry means people. Understanding your audience, right? And if you understand your audience, you'll cater the message or the sound or the move or the drive or the moment based on where your audience is. And so he understands the audience, and he cares for people in a way to where he knows what the moment requires. So if that's the definition, showman, because you have to understand your audience to do that.
You got to understand it. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing.
And then be able to feel where to take the audience.
Yeah.
And that's a whole different...
And how to get them there.
Correct.
And then everybody can't drive in the same car, you know what I mean? He does have a vehicle that's a nice vehicle. He's driving in a Ferrari. So it's definitely an honor to have been able to see him up close, witness even my mom up close. One of the greatest things I get from my mom, Vicki Winans, if you didn't know, is her work ethic. I saw her working in the office. She was her manager. She was her own booking person. She traveled. She took her own stuff. She sold her product at the end of the day. These are the things that I saw. I mean, she would have a long line of people. She's signing autographs, swiping credit card machines, kissing babies and saying hi and taking pictures. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. All for, after the show, after she just sang 45 minutes, hour.
Would you say some of your entrepreneurial skills have come from that?
Well, I am, I think, a product of what I've seen. That's why I think it's important for people to have, be able to be exposed. You know what I mean? Your children are seeing what you do, and so they'll have an idea of what they can do. But then the other day I thought, man, I wasn't exposed, because I think I could be a good engineer. I don't know why. I've just always had, I'm not talking about in the studio, because that's the only engineering I've had experience with. But I've always liked math, and I was telling my wife, I was like, man, maybe if somebody had told me about being an engineer, maybe I'd be like a engineer. You know what I mean? Because I really didn't understand what that word was, but I wasn't exposed to that. But what I am exposed to, I find myself doing. So I've seen my dad, run a business, even though it was a church, and I've seen him do that and set up structure and things. So my mom be very entrepreneurial to make things happen, and I've seen myself kind of move into one of the other of those areas.
It's so many different ways we could take this conversation because there's so many lenses.
We might have to have a part two.
We might have to.
We may have to have a part two.
We got to nail you down because I got to get a hold of you while I can. Just because things you're doing in ministry and family, and then we'll get into, and we got to have 3 on the show too.
Yeah, man.
We got to talk about all the great things he's doing.
Kind of got a little bit of a We shared that too. That's another thing, because as far as our kids and what they do and just kind of how all that started.
Dude, I remember when 3 was in kindergarten.
Yes, you came to the school, did a thing for him.
Bro, I remember when he was in kindergarten, learning how to do a jab step.
Yes.
Now he crossing people out their shoes.
Yeah, man. And it's just been a journey, man. Being a father, being a husband, and like I said, and a father to our children. We have 4 children, and I learned early on. I thank God for this. That I realized that the destination was my family, because a lot of times you're always thinking about when you have kids. You're constantly thinking about the future, how to get them to the next place, training them up so they can become something in the future. And so your mind is always like, okay, make sure future. And then at some point, it hit me pretty early. I said, man, no, because in a minute, they're going to be gone. If I always think, let me enjoy this. This is the destination.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm being very honest, and I want everyone to hear this because maybe you're in this place too. And he may give us an answer that can help us all. I don't think I know how to enjoy that.
Really?
Yeah, because I come from struggle. I come from no real structure. So how I had to learn to be what I never saw.
Got you.
And so
we've talked a little bit about it, yeah.
And then being the perfectionist that I am, knowing that I'm chasing something that's impossible.
You shouldn't be here.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, this just not possible to catch up to that. So then I turn around and I say, okay, so the only way that I can get out of that is to hold myself accountable, keep short accounts, and then turn around on the back end and give myself grace.
Explain what you're saying. You're saying hold yourself accountable.
So like let's say
that was deep.
Was it?
Yeah, I want to hear what you're saying. I feel like that was something. It was something in there. I want to make sure I got it.
I'm just so as a father, your heart is always in the right place.
Okay.
But you don't always execute the right way. And so because I've never had the structure or the father to say, no, this is what we getting ready to do now, right? I've had to keep short accounts. So when the execution wasn't there.
When you say keep short accounts.
Keep short accounts. So if get it right then and there. Fix it.
Okay.
So I'm not waiting till tomorrow to say sorry. I'm not waiting till tomorrow to be like, hey, I missed that, by the way, just so you know. You know what I mean? I keep short accounts.
With your children?
Yeah, because for me, in my head, I manage so much stuff. I have to keep forward thinking. I don't have time to be coming back to that a week later. You may still be thinking about something. Something may be bothering you a week later that I done alt control delete. It's nowhere in the files. It's not up here in my mind. It's not. It's gone. So I've learned to keep short accounts. I've learned to deal with it right away because we've talked about this. When you have vision, people look at what we do and be like, ooh, whoa. But deep down inside, we saying, Lord, is this the right place? We cutting blindly.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then we saying, come on, follow this.
Let's go.
Let's go. This is what
we're blazing trails.
We blazing trails. And I've learned that God has made me to be a trendsetter at a young age. I've also learned, because when you think of a globe trotter, we're trotting the globe. So right away, I knew that God was giving me an international brand, making me an international, whatever, right? And then globe trotters are trendsetters. They don't follow the trend.
Okay.
There are places that globe trotters can go in the world that certain politicians can't go, especially if there's a war. right? There's have been things where you send the Globetrotters in, that settles it.
Yeah, got you.
One basketball, one trick, one smile. What's going on? I hope everyone's enjoying the podcast. Listen, I have a brand new hot honey that's getting ready to come out. That's right, you heard it right. Hot honey. Harold Lefty Williams hot honey. Listen, when flavor meets fire, legends are made. and this is what we put together. I've teamed up with Creative Fire Kiln and Kitchen, and we came up with the Honey Bee Hotness. This is amazing. Shout out to Creative Fire Kiln and Kitchen. Thank you for the opportunity to have this collab and have my own Honey Bee Hotness. For more information on this, go to honeybeehotness.com. honeybeehotness.com. Like, share, comment on this episode. Hope you're enjoying it. Now back to the show.
And by the way, man, the Globetrotters always came to Detroit on my birthday, or right around my birthday, December 28th. They always came, and I never got to go. I always wanted to go. Like, that was one of the things I wanted to do. And I don't know, maybe I didn't ask, or just it didn't. But I always
You were too busy going to Isaiah camp.
Well, no, and that's the other thing, because I went to Isaiah's camp once, and that was on a fluke. Man, my cousins was at the camp.
Look.
They didn't even tell me about it. And I just get a call, hey, Coke. I'm Coconut Coke, for people who don't know. Coke, hey, Juan, it needs to come on. He don't want to go. You want to go to Isaiah's? I'm like, first of all, where Isaiah's camp? What are you doing? Anyway, so I got to go that one time, and we had a great time. I enjoyed that. I stayed with Carvin. We was in our room. But nah, man, today I was just telling my son, in today's time, it's so much more structured, opportunities, basketball training throughout the year, club teams, all the time. You know what I mean? It's so much available for me, and maybe I was just missing it, but I didn't have all of that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Was
singing, Doc.
No, well, did they have all of that for you? Did you have but did you have all of the structure and training and all of that stuff? You know,
I went to
that much as they do now?
No, not like that. I stayed in the gym a lot, but
That's
in
what I'm
terms
saying.
of like, because these kids are getting pro training.
That's what I
It's
mean.
different.
From a kid.
I was at Pocono Camp, Eastern Invitational, 5-star, all of those, that whole circuit.
Was that like high school?
High school.
That's what I'm saying. This is like 5th grade, 6th grade. They're constantly
I was
3rd
CYO
grade.
basketball. You know, and then there's PAL, there's stuff
I
like
mean,
that.
you had a future. You being invited to these things. You know,
Those
what I mean?
camps, yeah.
6. What are you 6?
6'5".
6'5". And you
Let
were
my
doing
boy
your
Peter
thing.
Parker say I'm 6'1", but I'm glad he's not here to mess with me about it.
Yeah.
You talked about your dad being able to handle different voices, like even if he's hoarse.
Yeah.
It was a cool story. First of all, thank you, because you introduced me to one of the sweetest women in the whole entire world. So, first of all, I thought that my Aunt Gail, God rest her soul, I thought she was the sweetest person in the entire, like, just handle people with grace. Just,
Really?
I thought, oh my gosh, man, my aunt was such a, I get emotional, I don't want it. And then I met CeCe Winans. You knew I was going to talk to her.
Okay.
First of all, I wasn't even supposed to be talking to her.
Okay.
The conversation was between you and Kiara and her.
Yeah.
I just made
What-
my
what
way.
are you talking about? What are
the
you doing?
Zoom. The song. Alabaster
Oh,
Rocks.
shoot.
I'm getting there. I'm
Dude,
warming
I
it
done
up.
forgot. So she
they
came
call it
on the
priming
she
pump.
came on the
I'm
Zoom,
warming it
right?
up.
For
Yeah.
Kiara, okay.
Yeah, so you and Kiara
Oh, I
were-
forgot, yeah.
And I say, now this joker didn't introduce me.
I didn't? Oh, you were sitting next to
Y'all
her.
got right to the work. You know,
Okay.
okay, Kiara, y'all, well, you were in work mode.
Man, let people know what we even talking about. I don't feel
I'm
like
sorry.
they know what we
Okay.
talking about.
So Kiara was, Marvin was working with Kiara with writing and music and singing and vocal training
yeah.
and all that. And so,
And I wanted her to have a song that she would work on and prepare, and then we went in the studio and recorded
that was a scary song.
Yeah, and the one that we went with was Alabaster
Box.
Yeah.
And so she's on the Zoom with CeCe and you, and
Which was so nice for my CeCe to
thank
do
you
that.
so much, CeCe. And so, of course, I barged my way into the conversation because my brother didn't say.
He's on the side. He's on the side pushing in. Oh, yeah. Hi, CeCe. I'm the dad. That's so
I had
funny.
to make my way, but she was so pleasant. And then I was super duper excited because she made way to let Kiara record the Alabaster Box, which I got a chance to see a different side of you but we'll get to that because I want to come back. I want to come back to what I was talking about horse. I want you to explain about you were on tour with CeCe.
Oh, okay.
And you know what I'm talking about, right? Mm-hmm. And you went to go see her.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't speak much because she was. Can you explain that? Story
It's a lot of discipline. First of all, this is a time. This is like 2000. It's 2002. Mm-hmm. Winans Phase 2. My group that I had, Winans Phase 2. We were the younger Winans, right? Mm-hmm. The next generation, if you will. And
that group got nominated.
Yeah, we were nominated for Grammy Award and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But now, we're getting the opportunity to travel with the family, right? Mm-hmm. Now we get to go on tour. Mm-hmm. And this was a great time. It was this tour, honestly, was the first time that I really realized what a blessing it was that my family had been given. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget at the arena, at the first location, we were in Alabama. Mm-hmm. And we were doing sound check at an arena. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting there just kind of out in the audience, just waiting. None of the people are there. We're just the family and the technicians and everything. And each person came on stage one by one to test their mics, to get their sound, to make sure they can hear, you know what I mean? And my grandfather stood, Pop Winans, he passed away in 2009. Mm-hmm. But that's crazy too. I mean, I'm on tour with my grandparents. I don't know if anybody's sharing a tour bus with their grandparents. It's really kind of crazy.
Just his faith alone on the drive from Detroit to California. We have to do a part two.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot for us to talk about.
We got a lot for us to unpack. But go ahead,
maybe we'll do the art of rebounding and vocalizing and singing. Anyway, but I'm sitting there. So my granddad is at the bottom of the stage, and he said, "Come on, sing." Each child. Mm-hmm. And it started to hit me. That's not just uncle and aunt and uncle and aunt and uncle. Those his kids. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and each one came out, and they each had a different style. Mm-hmm. So you got 10 kids, 9 were on, but 9 of them were there, and each one had their own vocal style, and each one were good. In their own right. Mm-hmm. So my Uncle Carvin had the falsetto. He was the one that can hit the high notes in his style. My Uncle Daniel, super smooth, cool, kind of got like a Sam Cooke kind of vibe. And then obviously you got my dad and BB and CeCe and Angie, who's ridiculous. Got so much style and presence. My Auntie Debbie, probably one of the best vocalists period in the family. The point is that each one had their own style. And I sat there, and he was at the bottom of the stage. Then my grandma came out and said, "Sing it low." And he's just hitting the stage, and he talking to his wife.
Your mannerism just now.
That's him. Sing it low. And so they all come out one by one, and I sat there and I said, "Oh, I'm 22 years old," and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, this is a blessed family. Like, look at all this talent out of these 2 people. Each that was the first time it hit me at 22 years old at this sound check for the tour. But to get to your point, some things that I didn't understand and that I didn't know what it took. Here I am, 22, going out, man, we do 2 shows, man. I'm back. I'm hoarse. You know what I mean? I'm going out to that next show. I'm like, goodness, I can't do what I was doing. And meanwhile, interactions during the tour, you get on the bus, you go on to different locations, different cities, back to back or whatever. And I'm starting to realize, CeCe's not talking. I'm like, why is she not talking? And then I remember one time I went to her room and knocked on the door. I think either somebody answered, and I went in, and I'm like, Auntie C, what?
She's mouthing.
She's mouthing to me. I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Why you you acting funny? You know what I mean? You doing extra. But it hit me later because she's on vocal rest. So during the day, she's not now we are a very fun family. We crack jokes, everybody laughing, everybody's doing it. But when I tell you, when we would go out on that stage, it literally, and I'm not making this up, and this is probably why you even remember the story, because this was real for me, was when she would open her mouth, I would have to have a double take, because I'm like, is that her, or did they push play on the CD?
You can't even tell the difference.
And I was wondering. I was like, and this was an Alabaster Box, one of the songs that made me think. I was just like, wait a second. And then it all came to me, and I started to realize, oh, the effort that she's putting in, the discipline that she's actually exhibiting is allowing her to have that type of a performance.
I hope everyone's enjoying the show, but listen, I need for you to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Please do it for your boy, Harold Lefty Williams. Now back to the show. So let me stop you right there real quick, because somebody's listening to this.
Okay.
Listening to this, and they're saying, well, how can I get to this point? And I want you to, that's your camera, I want you to take that time to minister to them about the discipline that they may need in this season to push through, to give the, not necessarily the type of performance, but to get to where they desire to be in this season. 30 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that, with anything, you put the 30 seconds on me. But I'll say that with anything.
Oh, you caught that? I'm sorry.
Yeah. 30 seconds. I want you to transform somebody's life. Do it in 5 seconds. Out. All right.
We trying to be serious.
All right, so I'm
man.
out. The 30 seconds is gone now. But I'd say what I learned from my Aunt CeCe in that moment, honestly, is that she cared more about what she was there to do and the people she was there to do it for. And I believe protecting the call in her life than she did the fun in her life. So she could expend her voice having a good time. And then by the time she was supposed to be doing what it is she was there for, she would have nothing left. She actually saw the future and said, I'm willing to sacrifice the moment for what I'm here for. So whatever you are here for, whatever God has called you to do, it's about that. It makes me think about when Jesus was in the wilderness and he knew that his anointing was what he actually said. The Spirit of God is upon me and has anointed me to preach the gospel, to declare good news to the poor, and to set the captives free. Well, right before that, he was in the wilderness, right? And he was offered other things, but he knew what his calling was. So even if those other things look good, they may seem shiny, they may feel good in the time, it's not what you're here for. And so to actually complete what you're here for and your purpose, one, you got to know it. So ask God and to reveal it to you. And then two, be willing to sacrifice the momentary satisfaction for what the purpose is in the end. Man. And because that's where you're going to get the real victory.
Man, you sound like me, man. That was
he said, man, I'm happy to sound like you, man. That's funny. He said, man, you sound like me.
That was a bar. That was good, bro.
Okay, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Well, you asked me a question.
Well,
man.
you know
I
what it
just wanted to
is?
answer
It's
the
because you've
question.
been in the weight room, Bible study.
That's funny.
Sundays, which leads
That's
me to my
funny.
next.
Okay, cool.
So, listen, I knew, and I'm not trying to be like people like, I knew he was.
Yeah.
I'm just being. I knew, eventually.
It was coming?
I knew it was coming.
Well, that's cool. I did
knew
too.
He was gonna, I knew eventually. I didn't know when, but I knew that you was going to eventually end up pastoring. I actually thought that it'd be in the Midwest.
You thought I was going back home?
I thought you were going home.
Yeah.
I thought I was losing my bro.
Yeah.
I thought you were headed.
I mean, look, man, it's I think most people would think that. I mean, my father has a big church in Detroit, and but I've been I got saved, and God got me when I was 7 years old, very strong. And so it's been a relationship. My mom always laughed because I got baptized without anybody's approval. I didn't get permission. I got saved in youngster. I was up there. It wasn't even I was already there. I was 7 years old. I came down from the balcony. I gave my life to Christ. We were at a church in Youngstown, Ohio. Bishop Wagner, who's passed away, but he was the one that, I got saved at his church. And she laughs because next thing she know, I was up at the top. Now I was in the balcony with my friends, and they were wherever they were. My relationship started with God independently. And I was like, well, I got to get to the next step. What's the next thing? Oh, I'm getting baptized? Okay, let's go. And she said, here, that boy almost got a whooping getting baptized. And so I did, and then he filled me with the Holy Spirit, the gift of speaking in tongues, 7 years old. And so from then on, man, I had my own independent relationship. So when I think about how the Lord has brought me where he has me, those are little I think important signs, because I would go through seasons in my family of disappointment, discouragement. If you have parents that get divorced, sometimes those things could sway you. But the independent nature of my relationship with him kept me on the right path. So I didn't lose or crash out, you know what I mean, because my parents were breaking up and the disappointment, getting discouraged by the church or anything, because my dad's a pastor. I had an independent relationship, and all I've been doing is just following him. So he said L.A., you know, first he said Tampa, then he said L.A., and then he said, this is where you're going to do it, and so here we are.
Tell the people where they can tune in or visit.
Oh, well, the church is called Perfecting Home Church. If you guys want to join via YouTube, check us out at Perfecting Home Church on YouTube every Sunday at 3 o'clock, or you can watch the videos and watch the past stuff online at Instagram and Facebook, Perfecting Home Church. And so we're perfecting home, you know what I mean? Home stands for House of Miracles every day, you know what I mean? And
we have such little time. We're gonna definitely do a part 2. So put that in your calendar.
Oh, well, we got like a minute.
So no, hold on, give me 1 second. There's some other stuff I want to.
And so in wrapping, thank you so much for joining me, Lefty. We're gonna move on to our next guest.
We're not closing yet.
No,
Wait,
okay.
hold on.
I was ready to.
Let's bring it to. Man, you made me lose train of thought messing with you.
Man, you the host, man. Where's your cards?
You kind of messed me. I don't have no cards.
The teleprompter.
Oh man, this is
okay.
You know, let me see. Where were we headed? Where was I going with this? See, you done messed me up. Okay, I done had it all right there.
So we appreciate you for joining us, Lefty. The art of rebounding, where your setback is your next rebound, and your 3-pointer is wet.
So that's where we headed. Your brother does music.
Yes, he does.
Did you get the music from him? Did watching his success make you say, I can do this as well?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean,
that's
an interesting question.
I'm asking you that
because I got a lot of music people in my family.
I know.
It's interesting why you pick him.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
Not from the vocal point, from the pen,
from the
and
production,
producing standpoint.
Yeah. So
because you eventually got a chance. So I want you to answer a 2-part question because you're gonna make me forget. I got a production going on in my mind.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
because then you get a chance to produce your mother's record.
Yeah.
So 2-part question.
Yeah. So I grew up with my brother playing the drums. You know what I mean? He had a drum set. He was
Mario Winans.
Mario Winans is my brother, and he's well-known producer and artist. He had the glow-in-the-dark sticks like Sheila E. You know what I mean?
Man, don't tell her on that.
I mean, that's the truth. I mean, he had it. Then he get the drum machine, then he, the Pearl drum set, and I just saw all of that, and everybody knew he was talented. Then he had the Mac computer when they was doing. I remember, man, I'm forgetting his name right now. He did the song. What's the song that we did? Love. LL Cool J redid it, and we did it on our album. And I cannot think right now. You got me blanking on stuff.
See?
I want to say love. Anyway, point is, Bernard Wright is
it Hey Love, this is more than the crush?
No. You love. Anyway, it'll come to me. Bernard Wright is a producer. My point is, he was helping him learn all this stuff, and I see my brother using the MPC 60, and he becomes this extraordinary 15 years old, doing tracks for people, doing people's full albums. I saw all of this production, and that was his thing. I'm trying to get out the studios or find studios that had couches. I was not into music when I was younger, because my parents were always in the studio, and so I judged this good studio by what kind of couch they had, so I can go to sleep. And if they didn't have one, I was upset. But that being said, when I was 15, a bug got me strong. I wanted to know everything about every knob on the computer. I mean, on the SSL or whatever, and on the console. And next thing I know, I'm desiring to produce. And my brother, just to tie this in, was the person, he gave me his MPC. You know what I mean? His first one from back in the day, he sent it to me so I can learn how to produce. So I'm 19 when I started wanting to produce, 18, 19. And I got a VS 880, and I started working on my production. Next thing I knew, I built a studio at my mom's house. And that's when I started producing and doing other people's records.
So what was it like producing your mom?
Producing my mom was interesting because my
Tell the
mom
people
is a
the
beast.
record.
It's
It's a great
I mean,
record.
this is abusive, man. He's,
No, it
he's,
was just I mean,
he's
it was
pushing
great.
me and I'm failing. So my mom's record is the record that you're talking about because I've done multiple things with her.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're talking about Bringing It All Together, which is a record that had several songs on it that you may know, like Shake Yourself Loose. And
Shake
some of the
Yourself
other.
Loose.
But I produced most of that album. The initial idea was for it to be a children's album that just kind of turned into an everybody album, which is the Bringing It All Together piece because it was children, young, old. And so the whole album was that. But here I am probably, I think I'm 21 years old. I started a production company. I had artists and I had publishing and a whole bunch of stuff. And my mom, it started out because I was producing my other friends, my artists who were signed to my label. And she was just coming in yanking songs like, I want that song for my album. So we would then take it from what we were doing and put my mom on it. And so it slowly began to be where then I pretty much produced the album. But that being said, it's an amazing opportunity to produce somebody that has so much talent, but also an interesting one because you're the son. How do you tell your mama what to do? First of all, because I'm producing, so I'm producing her vocals.
Because that's a different hat. You're a different
It's a
beast.
different thing. So to produce somebody's vocals, one, she's a beast and she's amazing singing. She's one of the best singers, period. Honestly, my mom is Vicky Winans. But to be able to do it when she's already had so much experience as a vocalist and a singer, and also as the child. And so it was interesting. Yeah, Ma, do that again. That wasn't good. And so maybe this is tying in a little bit. You got to see me working with Kiera.
Bro, you're a different person, bro.
And so if you
You're
can
in your
imagine that,
element.
I'm just going to say this. This is not necessarily something to put on my record as a positive thing, but I will say this because I wanted my mom to do certain things in certain ways. And she had gotten used to doing things in a certain way. I just remember my mom actually got emotional because it was difficult. In one of the songs that we were working on to where there was tears. And I was just, that was a hard moment. And I went in the studio and was like, Ma, it's okay. But I was always encouraging, like, Ma, you the best. You did this. But then in these types of moments, it was very difficult to do that and kind of play the role of someone leading your mom when she's always led you. And so that was an interesting
Did you
experience.
do King Jesus or did your brother do it?
No. So you talking about Long as I Got King Jesus? So there was a remix that my brother did.
Oh, so I knew he
Long
did
as I Got
one.
King Jesus was on a live album. She
Okay,
did.
got it.
And my brother did a remix to that song. Long
So
as I got
let's talk about real quick. So Kiara has so much nice things to say about you on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay, I need to see that. Really?
Yeah.
I want to hear that.
Yeah.
Because
So-
she's so quiet and she's so,
But thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you for being so gentle with her, and while still keeping intact the let's go that I had already had in place with her as a father.
Yeah.
Because watching you do that for a producer, no, that's not it. I need that voice to hit my hand. Shoot it out. I need to hear it. Come on, let's go.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I have a brand new book that's getting ready to come out. It's called The Art of Rebounding. It's about positioning, persistence, and purpose. It's going to change your life forever. It's going to help you bounce back, and you're going to be able to reclaim your next chapter. Join the waiting list today at theartofrebounding.com. Yeah.
There's things, and this goes back to the understanding the people aspect of ministry in general, or just caring for people. If ministry means people, like I mentioned, it's actually understanding where somebody is, and different people have different needs, and so you have to assess that. And so that is but you also know what's in there. So you know what I mean? It's like I want to get the best out of you while also caring for you at the same time. And I think your cousin, is somebody who is probably would understand that. I think, there's somebody who I've talked to about some of those things. And you also demonstrate a lot of that dealing with young people. You talked about my son. Man, the way you were able to train him and coach him. And so that's kind of how it happened. It's like, hey, you train my son, I'll vocal coach your daughter.
Because at some point she just stopped. I couldn't get through to her vocally anymore. So I said, why am I playing? I'm going to send her to somebody who I know going to take it
and
to
that's
a
the
higher
same
level
thing
than
for
me.
basketball. It's going to be, it was the same thing, and understanding that and being aware of what your kid needs. But I've seen you do that where you're pushing, but at the same time they feel the love and the care and the sensitivity, but you know what's in there.
Right.
So you're not doing it because you want to hurt. And so, like you said, being gentle, but you got to know when to be gentle and all that. But that's really awesome, man. That I want to hear that.
She did.
I
And
want to see that.
the record that he produced, well, he produced 2 records for her, but the record he produced was the Don't I Have a Say. And just that whole process of the writing of everything, it was hard for me. It was hard for me to
let it just be on the side.
But I'm glad I did.
Yeah, she has that experience.
Yeah.
Okay,
God,
good.
yeah, and it was a timeless record.
Okay, good.
Timeless.
Okay,
You know?
good.
Yeah, right. Do one thing my way. I'm gonna make a change. Yeah, that's right.
The things I'm gonna be. Like I ain't got no choice and you controlling me. Want you to know that I come once but miss you twice. So I'm giving you me the first time I get the mic. Wish that you saw us as equal. We would have gotten so doing all the things that I could never even. Feeling like the walls are giving in. But don't I ever say to do one thing my way? Don't I ever say I just wanna dance? And if I had a day, then I could make a change. Oh, I would make the change. I would make the change. So don't I ever say I could make the change. Oh, I would make the change. I would make the change. So don't I ever say, don't I ever say, oh.
We got to wrap this up, and we'll definitely have a part 2.
Yeah, man. We ain't even started.
We ain't even get started. But what I want, one last thing I want to say is, your top 5 most influential people. I won't say sports because I know your top 5.
Okay.
I know your 5. I may miss one, but I won't. I know.
I would
your
have
5.
to think about that one because I know I
I know
would
your
say
5
2.
for sure. But
Well,
I want to
maybe
know
3. Sports, period, not just basketball.
Yeah. No, I want to know your. I want to know your influential top 5 people in your life. No backstory though.
And
Just-
this is
just
not
crank it
talking
out and tell
about.
me.
And this is not talking about like Bible.
If you want.
Yeah, man. I
It's
gotta
your
say
5.
Jesus. Right?
It's your 5.
Yeah. Okay. Clearly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Jesus, the Christ.
All right.
I would say my father and mother.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly.
Well, put them as one.
Okay. Parents.
Right. Parents. Sure.
Okay. Parents.
Mm-hmm.
Influential. Well, then, man. So then, my wife.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say. You don't put Mo in there.
That's
You
what I'm
in
saying.
big trouble.
Yeah, nah, but it's just the truth. 23 years married,
a long
28 years
time.
with somebody. She's been
I
with
just
me.
celebrated 20, and I didn't get a call from you.
Well, when I celebrated 20, I didn't get a call from you.
You're right.
So I was just
okay,
paying
so
you
let's
back.
let's
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was
Let's
just paying you
end the
back.
beef right there.
Yeah, we good.
Okay, cool. We good. Yeah.
We just did what Kobe and Shaq did.
There you
So
go ahead, man. Quit, man.
so my wife. So what I say? Jesus,
yeah. Your parents.
my parents,
Mo,
my wife, my children.
Your children.
I'm gonna put them.
Put
as
them
one.
all as one.
And
Because
then I
you
would
passed
say-
me. You got a lot of kids, though.
I do. I have 4.
One more than me.
Yeah,
lot of
yeah. And which is a blessing. That's a whole thing too. And I would say it would be tied either between Pastor Paula White and my uncle James Lowe.
Well,
And they
Pastor Paula
both-
brought us together.
Yeah, and that she at a place where I was in a very spiritually at a very low place. Not she just gave me life like for years, very important. And my uncle James Lowe, who's my aunt Debbie's husband, was my youth pastor for some years. And man, very influential. Those 2 people from a spiritual standpoint, so I would put them maybe together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to do a part 2 because we didn't talk about how the family's doing with commercials. We didn't talk about Nephew's show. Shout out Nephew's show.
My son Marvin Winans Jr. is a series regular on the show Forever, which is on Netflix. They got a season 2 coming up, and I just want to shout out real quick. My daughter Marissa is a recurring. She's playing on Percy Jackson, a Disney Plus show that's going to be coming out in December this year. The season 2 of that, and all my kids. Miranda's doing her thing. And I've done things on Abbott
Elementary.
Yeah, my
too many commercials
son Max.
to mention. They still airing that Disney World commercial.
Oh, really?
Oh God.
Yeah. Which I was supposed to be in.
Yeah. Well, hey, man.
So you see the guy? He has a beard and
if
a
it's
thing.
for you.
Yeah,
you can't
I had to marry somebody. I had to marry somebody.
Can't keep
but I literally got booked.
Well, hey,
and did the wardrobe.
But did you make the final?
And
were you,
and
but
I
were
did
you
not.
in it?
I was not.
Well, I mean,
but they got somebody that looked like me.
Well, I mean, we gonna leave it there, Doc. We definitely doing a part 2, and I'm holding them to it. And if it does not happen, it's not because I didn't make it happen.
Just
now
call me,
pressure.
man, with a
That's
sign
pressure.
like this, man.
That's pressure.
Who wouldn't want to come back?
That's a bar.
Do y'all
right
see
there.
this?
Yeah, you know. That's
with a sign like
we
this.
Got so much to talk about.
But where's the?
Where's
the rim? No, I think you need to bring in a rim so everybody can shoot.
You're getting
while
off
we
task.
talk.
One last thing we got to talk about this episode.
Where's the? Who's doing the set design?
Hold on, real quick.
Okay.
Because I need credit for this. So, you produce your cousin's album, which is an amazing album.
Which cousin, man?
Man, you got a big. Come on, man. I'm talking about Tim Bowman Jr.
Yeah, executive producer.
So, excuse me. Let me break it down.
I'm just saying.
So you executive produced his album on Rodney Jerkins' label.
Yes.
Right? And I get a chance to hear the music.
You did. I remember you in the car. We got an early advance.
So check it out, because he about to give me my credit right now. He don't know it yet, but he about to give it to me. So we going, and I'm listening to the songs, and he doing this thing, and it's bomb. It's dope. From beginning to end, you don't skip nothing. You won't. It's a
good album.
It's a good album. It's a really good album.
Very good album.
But I told you. You remember what I told you when we were in the car?
I don't.
You let me hear the music.
You said.
I said, bro, I like that song. I love that song, but you can't put that song there. You don't remember I said it to you? I said,
was it Good Father. Yeah, I remember you said
I said you can't put it there.
Yeah.
I said, because it's the what? It's the benediction.
Yeah.
I said, man, you can't go through all of that and then it's got to be there.
So what, you said put it at the end?
Yeah. And you didn't say nothing to me about it.
Okay,
You said,
okay.
No. And then the album dropped.
You saw it there.
And I get the record. I listened to it in the car. I said, this Joker.
Yeah.
He ain't get my credit.
Yeah. It was there. You saw it, you didn't see it?
Yeah. I
you
just
got to
credit.
read it's in the back of the...
no, you supposed to say, man, I want to thank Lefty, bro. That bro helped me.
It's on the back of the thing.
You helped me put a bow on it.
Did you see the thing at the back?
No.
Yeah, it was on the thing at the back.
Okay.
You got to get the thing in the back.
Like you need credit for some of your BMF stuff, but that's a whole nother conversation.
That's funny. Hey, but for real, I do remember the Good Father conversation, and you are connected internally. There's credit here for something. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's there.
Well, I appreciate that. You heard it. I just give my credit. That's all. I appreciate it. You heard.
Hey, Left, I'm thinking about coming out with some more music, man.
You should. Let's do it. Listen, we're gonna do a part 2. Listen, that's it for today's episode of Art of Rebounding. Because if I don't get started, we'll never stop. The fall isn't what defines you, it's how you rise that writes your legacy. Whether you're rebounding from a loss, recentering your purpose, or just learning how to stand again, know this, you're not alone. You're not alone. You were never alone. In fact, you were made for more. You were built to bounce back. Until next time, keep showing up, keep positioning yourself, keep pushing with purpose, because your rebound, it's not just coming, it's already in motion. Find me on social media on all platforms at Lefty Williams 42. I'm always down to hear about. Dude, are you seriously interrupting my clothes?
All right, man, go ahead. I'm just saying you on a cup and everything. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Finish it.
Oh my gosh, this dude.
Where can they find you? Where can they find you?
Find me on social media at Lefty Williams 42. I'm always down to hear about your comebacks. Until next time, keep showing up. Listen, subscribe, like, share, follow. Share it with 5 people. I promise you, this episode, even though we were laughing, it's going to bless somebody. And don't worry, I'm going to turn up one service, and in the middle of his sermon,
But why you didn't have 2 cups, though?
Dude,
like, why I can't get nothing to drink in this?
So hold on one second. Until next time, dare to dream.
Goodness, 1 cup?